So now we have done with the coastal plains of India, and now we need to go for the islands of India. So what do you mean by island? An island is a land which is covered by water on the four sides. Okay, a piece of land or a land area which is covered by water on all four sides is called an island, right? So, along with these coastal plains, the coastal line or coastal area that we have two sets of islands also. Two major groups of islands are there, right? So, one is here. And the second is here, right? So the first one is in the Bay of Bengal region of India, and that is known as the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. The Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. This is the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. It's actually a group of something around 350 plus islands. How many are there? Around 350 plus islands are there of different sizes. Some are big, some are small, some are very small, some are simply a huge rock kind of a thing. Goes on like that. And this is in an area of something around 8,000 square kilometers. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a group of something around 350 islands, out of which hardly 24 are inhabited. Inhabited means what? Yeah, where people live, right? So this is further divided. The northern islands are called the Andaman, and the southern are called the Nicobar. Okay, the northern islands are called Andaman, and the southern islands are called the Nicobar Islands. Most of these islands are inhabited by tribals. You know, tribal people, the people who live deep in the forest. Yes. So those kinds of people are living in many of these islands. Port Blair is the capital. The island is hilly and uneven, but it is good for cultivation. Most of these islands are hilly. Actually, there are nothing else but see, we have Mount Everest here. We have a Mount Everest here. In the same way, on the south of Myanmar, there is a huge mountain range. Okay, that huge mountain range had a lot of mountains, isn't it? Once what happened is due to some earthquake or something, we don't know exactly. What happened is, yes, this got submerged in the water. Okay, that got submerged in the water, and now what we see or what we call as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are nothing else but the peaks of some of the mountains in this range. Okay, so that is quite, an island is nothing else but it looks like a hill. Some are even so small that it's nothing else but a huge rock. Okay, so they are uneven, they are hilly, but they are very good for cultivation. And what do we cultivate there? We cultivate rubber, It's a plantation crop, isn't it? Yes. Tobacco, coffee, coconut, etc. Okay. Then I've told there are about 350 islands over there and only 24 are inhabited. The remaining are simply uninhabited islands, means barren islands. Okay, it's not barren, but there are no people over there. But most of these islands have got very huge trees growing over there. Okay, so many of these islands have huge trees growing over there. And lumbering is one of the major occupation. Lumbering means what? Cutting these trees and getting them ready for different kinds of things. Matchbox manufacturing is one of the major industry over there. Because plenty of softwood is available and based on those softwood, they can easily make them up. That's it. Right? Then evenings are amazing in this Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Evenings are amazing. Some regions of this, during the olden days when the British people ruled India, there was one island which was converted into a big jail. Okay, where there was one building and 7 or 8 rows like this. There are about 150 to 200 small rooms in that. And one person was kept in one room, because if they kept 3 or 4 people together, they will discuss, they will think, and they will get new ideas regarding how to move ahead with the freedom movement. Okay, so the British people were afraid of keeping the Indian people together, and so they made a huge cell, a jail, a prison complex in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this jail was known as a Kalapani. This jail was known as a Kalapani because most often we can often see people being taken to Kalapani, but nobody will come back from there. That jail is still there, known as the Cellular jail of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, and it is now one of the major tourist attraction there. Andaman and Nicobar Islands have a very great tourism importance. There are a lot of buildings still there which was constructed by the British people, and some of the islands like the Rose Islands are very famous. The sand on the beach is white in color and we can easily see the bottom of the ocean also. Okay, so there are a lot of tourism based potential over there, and climate also is quite good, fine throughout the year. And this part, the southernmost island in the Andaman and Nicobar Island is known as the Indira Point. Okay, the southernmost tip of Andaman and Nicobar Island. So the last island over there is called the Indira Point, and that is the southernmost land region of India. Okay, so Indira Point in Andaman and Nicobar Islands is the southernmost point of India. Okay, then. So, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a group of something around 350 plus islands that are seen in the Bay of Bengal. They are actually hilly, still good for cultivation. Only 24 of them are inhabited. Once during the British rule, these islands were known as Kalapani, to where the Indian freedom fighters were taken. Most of them didn't even come back even. Then Indira Point in this is the southernmost tip of the land of India. Right? Okay. Now, there is another group of islands in Arabian Sea, isn't it? This is Arabian Sea, and here we have another group of islands, and that is known as Lakshadweep. So the group of islands that is usually seen as being scattered in the Bay of Bengal, the Arabian Sea is known as the Lakshadweep. They are hardly 5 or 4 to 5 meters above the sea level. Means if there is a huge wave, the entire island will be washed off. Right? And these are of coral origin. Okay? They are formed from the sea deposits. The fossils of animals and all this, sea animals, sand and all these kinds of things together have formed or helped to form this particular islands. So there are something around 36 small islands over there. Even though it is called Laksha means 1 lakh, isn't it? Yes. So even though it is called Lakshadweep, it's a small group of 36 islands in which around 10 are occupied. Means inhabited by people. Okay? The people over there speak Malayalam because it lies very close to the state of Kerala. Climate is quite pleasant over here. Farming is one of the major occupation the people do. And people also do fishing. Yeah, obviously, they are on the coastal line, isn't it? Yeah, they do a lot of fishing also. Same is the case with the people of Andaman and Nicobar Islands also. Coconut is one of the major crops that they cultivate over here. Then Kavaratti is the capital. Kavaratti is the capital of Lakshadweep. So, most of these islands are interlinked using sea routes. Ships cannot go and reach the land area in Lakshadweep, but they have got a well-established sea route system which connects many of these islands either with Kochi or Calicut or New Bangalore. Right? So, they are the 2 island groups that we have in India. One is the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which is in the Bay of Bengal on the east of India. And the second is the Lakshadweep, a group of 36 islands to the west of India in the Arabian Sea. Okay. So, that is the lesson part. And now we will do the exercises and the activities of this lesson. Right.